will kick it away to start us off. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the single back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
And the Ducks in the hurry-up.
That's a really nice-looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference...
Lets it fly! He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He's going to pass. He's going for it all. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. A terrific throw that time, and when you play quarterback here, there's a pretty rich legacy to try to live up to.
And just finding that guy that just makes it look easy. I think the Vols fans will really appreciate that, when a guy that can push it down the field, make the right decisions consistently, be smart at that quarterback spot.
They'll go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll give it on the counter. Got a little space. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Tennessee. And once he got loose, it was all over. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Comes out throwing on first down. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Trying to find his man on first down. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ducks! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right?
He's loose. Oh, what a caught. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback will keep it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you've got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Going to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
all you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw here on second down. He spins that thing down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Wants to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. The kickoff team out there getting set. Set to kick this one away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down to start the drive after the break. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it back weak and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Twist his way through. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
first down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. On second down, they'll take to the air. Makes the grab up to 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. No Tennessee quarterback will ever be revered like Peyton Manning, but many more throws like that, and they're going to say, this guy's getting into the realm at least.
Now, you get in the realm, you're good. You get in the realm, you start talking about Hall of Fame. That's what kind of tradition you've had with a guy like Peyton Manning. His fingerprints are still on this program, and if you are...
And he will take it in. Touchdown ball. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Wyoming was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Laramie. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Cowboys Nation who will enjoy this win. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's going to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guy...
Going deep. And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. You got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
They'll leave it with him. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Volunteers. On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
This offense has a second down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket. He
ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll go with a direct snap. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He lets one fly deep. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. He wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second.
Lasso! Longer! Tuna!
Quarterback will audible. He's looking for an open man on second down. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Offense set on first down.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Ball's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. It was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. fires to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Wideout in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Vols will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He gets a block. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. From the gun, looking for a man. Slings it downfield. And they can't make the connection.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes a connection. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Oregon, and the punishment has been extended.
Another nice drive put together, and this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0, all of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. 21. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find the lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The Vols moving quickly to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Got out of trouble and throws. It's caught. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going up top. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
Complete downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. He's got his man. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble. Has another first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, he's not going to get a lot of chances like that. He was in position to make the play in the end zone, to put a touchdown up on the board for his team, and he drops the pass.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
how great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Grab behind the line. It's Karapateas. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Second down coming up.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback.
Oregon, 49. Tennessee, 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They run the reverse. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on third down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wants to throw it. They're trying to get to him. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a win? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his second catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning right now.
Offense gets set for second down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that...
And the defense gets to the quarterback. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Quick strike complete. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Ducks will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown Vols! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The snap sets up the throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Breaks the tackle. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Just trucks through it. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Might be looking to run. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On the move. Got the 1st down, looking for more. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Now from inside the red zone. Unloads it left. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Oh, it's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you later. Just get your mind right. Get ready, because I know you can make that catch.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Guys, this is a really good...